Okay, crafty friend, I said originally that I would have a catch-all video, which is what this one is. And if you don't know what that might mean, either do I really. This is kind of, I don't know. This is an attempt to catch all the clubs. This month's clubs are honestly just so good together. So I'm going to show you cards at the end that I've made already with the clubs, but I first wanted to show you how to use this stencil because it's wonderful and it makes this embroidery floss beautifulness. So I'm gonna make a Christmas one. I know, crazy, isn't it? But to me, I haven't made a lot of Christmas yet, and so why not? I'm going to use a panel. This is an A2 panel, so it's 5.5 by 4.25, or 4.25 by 5.5. And I will first get it all settled, so I need to tape this down and grab my oxides. And I'm going to use two of them that I just bought recently, which is Candy Apple and Evergreen Bow, I think. And we'll just slice into these ladies. Now I just got these last week, I think, at my local craft shop. They had a sale on these, so I thought, why not expand my collection? And I had this stencil in mind, and I knew I wanted to do Christmas. And whoa, my Christmas colors are kind of lacking in the Distress Oxide department, but I just want to check them. Yeah, they look good. Sometimes I don't know how long things are sitting, so I just like to check it before we get really invested in this kind of a project. So I'll go ahead and tape it down like so. I am going to use some blending brushes here today with my oxides. I did go ahead and grab a whole nother set of these for my inks, because as you know, inks and oxides are different. So of course then I had to grab a new one of these. So that is on its way from Etsy. I will mention that I grab mine from an Etsy shop called Whimsical Wishes. I don't know the company, but I've bought from them several times. So if you want to support a small business, I'm all for it. Okay, I'm just trying to find the numbers here. There's 3, 2, and 1. So this is stencil number 1. There are corner markers, so I'm going to just line that up with the corners of my paper and then use more tape. You guessed it. Oh, I suppose I'm going to need more colors than just these two. Okay, I'm going to have to raid my oxide colors just to make sure I have. I'm going to need a light and a dark, a light and a dark, and then I'm going to need like a black and probably a yellow. I have not invested in some kind of holder for my Distress Oxides yet. I will eventually. It's just I'm kind of waiting on asking either my dad or my husband to make it for me. I love the homemade stuff, so fingers crossed that I can convince one of them to make it in the wood shop, in their wood shops, but we'll see. Okay, now my inks have been sliding around a lot recently, so I'm grabbing my paw print. This is from Simon Says Stamp. I got it like 5 years ago. Maybe not 5, but I got it a long time ago, and I've been neglecting it, so we're gonna give it a shot. Okay, I'm gonna go the lighter first because when I do the details on this stencil, I'm gonna do the darker green. So I'm first using the Evergreen Bow color, my new color, yay. And then I'm just gonna wiggle it on. There's really nothing to it, and this background is going to be so pretty. I think I'll even pull out a better press or a Christmassy glimmer sentiment to pop on this. Of course, a Christmas one. I know, Christmas in April, kind of weird. But you know, my goal this year is to get Christmas cards somewhat nailed down this summer. I don't know if that's really even possible with all the commitments that I have going on this summer, but here's still hoping. I don't know if that's going to actually happen, but you know, maybe you're wondering, well, what are you doing this summer? Well, I'm a kindergarten teacher, and the school that I work for is moving. We are moving buildings. We are combining 2 buildings into one. And so like 2 buildings into one new building. So we have to move 2 schools into one. And it's kind of like an all hands on deck situation. So I know that I'm going to be, I'm moving my own classroom. I'm going to be helping others. So I know that that will keep me quite busy. And then also, of course, I'm going to be making some cards because that is my joy and passion. And then my dyslexia class that I'm taking for literacy is stopping for the summer and resuming in the fall, so I will not have that responsibility during the summer, which I hope I can kind of keep retain the information I already have. I will try to work on that, but I am just loving that class. So glad that I signed up for it. Worth every penny. Okay, now this is Candied Apple, my new one. That's a little dry. Maybe I just needed to push down more. I don't know. I need to get some re-inkers for these as well. But the craft supply list is always running. I feel like I go to the craft store or I make an order online and, oh, darn, I should have grabbed blah, blah, blah. Or, hey, I only have 1 sheet of this left. Probably should have grabbed that, but, that's why there's the store ready for me. And I'm lucky enough to live pretty close to Minnesota's largest craft store. Not Hobby Lobby, that's for sure. I do live by a Hobby Lobby, but they've taken out so much of their paper crafts that I'm just kind of not really a Hobby Lobby person anymore. Oh no, it shifted. Okay, well my project isn't racked yet, so that's good. Just have to reline it up. That's what I get for talking bad about Hobby Lobby. It's not like it's a bad company, but I'm just so disappointed that they took out so much of their paper crafts for like junky throw pillows, and I don't know. Hopefully that makes sense. I just don't love it anymore. Ooh, that's looking so Christmassy already. Okay, now for the 3rd layer, the details. Now I have to be kind of thoughtful when I'm doing this because I'm going to have green and red. So what I'm going to end up doing is do the red, and then I'm going to, why is that not lining up? There we go. I'm going to do the red, and then I'll clean my stencil, and then I'll do the green. So we'll do lumberjack plaid next, and darker red. Ooh, that is so gorgeous. Okay, and now I have to be careful not to get it on the green section. So to make sure that I don't get it on the green sections, I'm going to use a Post-it note. Well, 2 of them. We're low tech here. Does not need to be fancy. And just put the sticky part down so that won't come up. I just realized this is all in a shadow. Sorry. And then I'll just move my Post-it notes over. See? Not a problem. And I think I'll put 2 more down just to cover that first green area. 4 Post-it notes had to be used for this craft project. Ooh, this is the last one. It is so satisfying using up stuff like this. I don't know, maybe that's just a me thing, but I love it. I find it to be so satisfying. Okay. I just watched this weird video that was talking about how Gen Z, so that would be like the generation that I don't even know the times. I'm not even going to tell you the times because I don't know. But not my generation, but the generation after me. I'm technically a millennial, but that generation is aging faster because of the blue light from their screens. So that is terrifying. Basically because so many of them have had devices since they were very little, like babies watching phones and iPads. And that is kind of freaking me out. So I have no idea why I'm talking about that in this video. It has nothing to do with this, but it's just something that's on my brain right now. Okay, I'll remove these ladies and then I'm going to leave my stencil down and just kind of do a dry wipe to my stencil. I think I'm going to have to use 4 more of those because I don't want red ink on my green brush. So my microfiber cloth is dry and I'm just going to go down and just give it a little wipe. Not be too vigorous. This is not like an official cleaning of this stencil. I will do that afterwards with just a little water and this will come completely clean. Okay, this is one of those trust the process moments that kind of sometimes get me into trouble. Don't know if you could hear me say trouble because I was getting more post-it notes. Okay. As a teacher, I think that I might be a tiny bit obsessed with post-it notes, but that's just fine. Okay. So I did Evergreen Bow before. Now I will do Rustic Wilderness. I'm not washing my brush. I'm not that crafter. So if you want to, you go for it. I guess you could take this on that same rag and just kind of wipey it, but I don't find it necessary. It's just going to be green anyway, so it's all good. Okay, and then the last section. And we'll move my posties again. Ooh, I'm so excited for the peel and reveal of this. It's going to be awesome. This is kind of what I did last month with the catch-all video. I ended up showing the stencil because it was kind of funky with the gnomes and everything. So maybe this is the new normal. I don't know. I honestly don't have time to do 10 videos for the clubs every month, so I'm definitely going to have to combine some of these each month, like the owl and the books from last month. They really didn't have anything to do with each other, but I put them into one video basically for time's sake. Okay. Now let's peel and reveal. Get rid of these post-it notes before I get ink everywhere that I don't want it. Ooh. Okay, honestly a little underwhelming. Maybe it was just my color choice, but I still love it because it is the embossing, I keep saying embossing, embroidery thread, but I think my colors were very close to each other, so it's not giving like that crazy dramatic look like this one that I'm going to show you in a little bit did, but that's fine, whatever, it's good. Okay, now it says 4 next, so this is going to be number 4, and then number 3 goes on top. So this is going to be my black, and then the last one will be my scattered straw. So let's do the soot next. Line everything up, kind of just hoping for the best sometimes. Okay, and we'll get my soot, black soot. This is another new one that I got recently. I didn't have a black for oxide, so I thought, you know, if I'm going to get Wait a minute. This should be the yellow. I just had a moment. Okay, that could have been bad. Grab my yellow. Sometimes you just have those moments where you just go, wait, something feels weird. Okay, this is scattered straw, if you're curious. Oh yeah, that's definitely that DMC gold color. Now, I'm not going to spoil the surprise because Melanie is amazing and I don't want to spoil her card. So if she hasn't put it out, I don't want to spoil it, but she did something really cool with this one. So giving a bolo for Melanie's card. Be on the lookout is what bolo means. I'll just leave it at that. And if her video with that is out when this video comes out, I will link it in the description or the comments or something of this video so you can go check it out because it's so cool. She did give me a little sneak peek because we're cool like that, you know. So, but it's really good. That looks really good. That looks way better than I thought it would. Okay, now let's grab the black soot. After I line everything up, that looks pretty good. Now on my other card, I just have to warn you, I went non-traditional, so it's not going to be that pretty black and yellow label from the DMC. It's going to be something funky, so you've been warned. Basically all this month I've gone pink and teal, so if you've been watching my other club videos, you maybe have an idea, but I did some kind of funkier ones, some that kind of remind me of my friend Dana. So hi Dana, if you're watching. She is a fabulous artist. I'm going to say artist. Card maker, artist, whatever you want to call it, YouTuber. And she does a lot of things that are kind of like vintage. And I was kind of like channeling her style when I was making one of my cards because it is that like vintagey look. Okay. Now that I'm all done with my inkies, let's take this off and peel and reveal. Ooh, it's saying Christmas to me. Oh, that looks really cute. I'm very satisfied with how that turned out. Now I'm looking at it and I'm thinking maybe it is black and then yellow. I don't know. I don't know. I might have done it backwards, but you know, that's okay. There's no rules here, so we're all good. Now I'm gonna go ahead and set this off to the side, and I'm gonna pick out a sentiment that I have from my stash, and I'm also gonna clean this up because this is a little messy and I don't want ink anywhere that it shouldn't be. This card. Now I'm going to finish up this card. I did trim it down just a little bit, and then I have some layers that I'm going to match with. But if you hear some equipment or anything in the background, my husband is working on our house, so you might hear a layer compressor or something. Maybe you won't, I don't know, but I told him I'm almost done anyway, so to not worry about it. Okay, so I'm being a little bit cautious with this because the ink is still a little wet. It's not crazy wet, but it's wet enough where if I wipe it, it's definitely going to smear. So this is going to be a thin matte layer. It's just 1/8 of an inch smaller than the white panel. So I just am carefully lining it up and then carefully pressing down on some of the glue dots. Okay, and then one more layer onto my green matting background. And then I get to clean up. Hooray! And I'm going to probably be moving on to the next release stuff from April pretty soon because spring break is coming for me and I'm going to enjoy it to the fullest, that's for sure. I feel like as a kindergarten teacher, spring break is really fun because it's nice to have a break from, you know, the daily routine, but I really see so much growth after Christmas or after spring break. Actually, also spring break. Christmas break and spring break, but the kids grow so fast, and then when we're not there at school for a week, it's a little more obvious to see all the growth that has happened in a week's time. Physically, they are taller. They're growing like weeds, but also with their academics, even though a lot of them don't really do anything over break, which I don't assign any homework for break. I think that's kind of crazy. It's a break, but I mean, I'm sure that some of them just read or do, you know, fun things with their families, so they do grow academically as well. I'm not the biggest fan of homework in general. Even when I taught 3rd and 4th grade, I just kind of was like, okay, these are kids, let's let them be kids. But you know, some things have to be practiced, so reading a couple math facts, to me that makes more sense and is more valuable, worth your time than hours of bookwork. Certainly not for kindergarten. Okay, this Christmas greetings, I don't know what collection or anything it's from, but it is from Spellbinders, and I did glimmer it. It is so cute. That simple little greeting down there really just tied everything together, and I think I need some embellishments to really just put this over the edge. I'm gonna use these. Now, where in the world are these from? I think these are Pink and Maine. I could be wrong. I don't know. I should know. I don't though. Anyway, I'm going to stick these on sporadically, and then I'll show you my last cards. I know I've been kind of teasing those a little bit here throughout the video, but they're kind of fun. I think there's 1, 2, 3, 4 more after this one. Let's do 7. 7 has been my number for embellishments recently. It's just kind of working for my projects and my eyes. It has to work for the eye, you know. These are gorgeous. I'm glad I pulled these out. That one might need more glue. I chose to go, like, if these are plates, upside down, if you will, so I need a little bit more glue for the plate area to fill up, and then it will stick onto my card. They're kind of holographic. That is pretty. Look at that. Okay, I'm so excited that I made my first, wait, did I make a Christmas card? I think I already did. Whatever. It's not my first one of the year, but it is one of my earlier ones this year. I can't wait to see what Pajama Crafters and Spellbinders is going to come out with for Christmas stuff this year. I'm so excited. Pajama Crafters has a really fun stamp coming out. Let's see, when this video is out, it's not live yet, so I can't really say much, but they have some amazing stuff. So if you've never checked out their website, make sure you do. And especially if you're a stamper and a Copic colorist, you're going to want to check out their stamps. Okay, so there's the one I made today, and then let's do this one next. This one I used the Glimmer Club for, so I used the magenta foil and used the stitching there, and then used a circle die from my stash, and then the For You is from the small die of the month, and then I used embellishments from Trinity Stamps to make that card just kind of pop. Now here's my next one that I used my stencil for. It's similar to the other one I used in my small die, but it is reverse. So instead of having teal thread, this is pink thread with a teal bobbin holder, I guess. And then I pulled in pieces from the large die set, which is the embossing, there I go again, embellish. It's been a long day. Die cut pieces from the large die of the month. This is embroidery floss, a needle, and then the thimble. And then the stamp is from the stamp and die of the month, That's the 2 hearts, and then the You Make Me So. Then the Happy is from the small die of the month, and then I did beef up that sentiment again with some layers of paper. You can see I think I used 3 Happies to make that be kind of extra bold on there. Super cute. And then this one, I went kind of crazy with my watercolors. I butter pressed all of these on and used the registration plate to make each of them have a color. I went crazy with my inks. I had a lot of fun, and then I watercolored everything and loved the results. I did a fun watercolor background. I just feel like the white areas that have no watercolor just really pop. And then I added the sentiment, I'm touched beyond words. I can't even read. And then my last one, which might be my favorite, I think I saved this one for last. A very fun Mother's Day card that is just kind of a conglomeration. It is a mix. It's a mix of a couple different clubs. I have the regular embossing folder of the month on this pretty pearly paper, and then I used a tag that I had from my set. I think this one was from the Distress line from Tim Holtz, and then I took my 3D embossing folder and then 3D embossed that tag, added some ribbon. This embroidery floss is from the small die of the month there, and then the embroidery holder things are from the large die, and the needles from the large die. And then this is the wax seal of the month. So cute. Here's a look at it just as the wax seal, and then I used the color that came with this month, which is called Cloudy Sky, I think. Let's see. Yeah, Cloudy Sky, there it is. And then let's see, what else did I do? Oh, I ink blended on the tag with some vintage photo, and then topped it off with a Better Press sentiment from the Mirrored Arch collection. So this was the one that I was kind of thinking about Dana when I was making. It's just kind of her style, that vintagey look, but that is a darn cute Mother's Day card, I will say. And then this wax seal, I used the little it's like a cookie cutter that you pour the wax seal into. So if you're interested in that, I do have a short that I posted on my channel. I can't put that short into this video for dumb reasons. YouTube is weird. Even though that is my video, if I put that video into this video because it's a short to a long video, for whatever reason, it gets mad at me. So I can't do that, but I will link it in the description if you want to see me make that wax seal. It's just a short video, so it's just short and sweet. Not a lot of chatting, but there you go. Anyway, now I'm going to tease you, because if you haven't watched the rest of the clubs from this month from me, I'm just going to give you a little fan. Not a whole lot to look at, because I would love for you to watch the other videos, but here you go. That's all I'm going to do. So if you want to see more, head over to the rest of the videos. I only have 4 videos for the club this month. Oh, I guess 5, because I did one that was like explaining the clubs. So if you're interested, check out more. Let me know what's your favorite from this set. I think my favorite has to be, I don't know. Ooh, it's a tie. I don't really love this one. I'm just gonna be really honest. It's okay. It's fine. It's not my favorite, but I think this one, because it's Fun Christmas, or these two are my favorite, because I feel like I poured my artistic love into this one, and same with this one. I feel like it's kind of like a mix of a whole bunch of things, and I love doing that with the clubs. So yeah, but I love the colors on this one. I love the colors on this one too, but it's giving baseball. Anyway, I'm gonna be done. Okay, I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I would love to see what you make with the clubs, so please join the Spellbinder Makers Club on Facebook. And if you are a Better Presser, make sure to join the Better Press Babes on Facebook. That is run by Melanie and I, dream team, if you will. So be sure to check that out. And if you want more videos from me, be sure to click the subscription button and you'll get more videos of my kookiness in your subscription feed. So, yeah. Okay, well, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.